awesome organizations. Some of these that are especially in the room right now.
They are a hoot. These two.
By the way, real quick, what was our total on Nile Horn?
We are a little shy of 4,000.
Which is great.
That's
Which is
amazing.
wonderful. And we're going to call the winner. I actually have the winner's name right here. But we're gonna
You
call
do?
And surprise this person here in just a little bit. But if you have any more requests, we are taking them. And if there are any left over come 7 o'clock tonight, well, then we'll play them during the morning show tomorrow. So if
just so we spill over.
Yeah, because we're just cool like that. So 2 of the coolest women I know are sitting here in front of microphones right now. Miss Amanda Tipkemper and Miss Elizabeth Wheatmartian.
Hello.
Wheatmartian. I know a Wheatmartian.
Yeah. Now, these 2 ladies run the show.
Yeah.
At Autism Services at the Children's Home Cincinnati. You have not, though, yet gotten the title, the name of the school shortened, which I have been begging for. You know,
I don't know what your problem is.
Autism Services at the Children's Home.
Autism. My name is Amanda Tipkemper, Autism Services Manager at the Autism Services Program at the Children's Home of Cincinnati.
Oh my God!
Good night.
She knows it.
It's got a ring to it.
What kind of business card do you have?
A really long one.
scroll.
It's a bumper sticker that's handed out.
Yeah.
My name doesn't even fit on my business card.
I know that's true. Between the 2 of you, for crying out loud. All right, Miss Tipkemper, my kid is writing you letters and giving you a rough time all the time.
I always look forward to it.
I know. He's getting ready. You are, for similar terms, the principal
Yes.
at the high school. But you oversee all of the programs, correct?
Right.
And then Wheatmartian over there.
I do a little bit of everything. I wear lots of hats, but it's fun. So I work with our adult program, which is Ready to Work. I oversee our Ready Set Work, which is our summer camp program, and then I work with all the school age kids, 14 to 22, on campus.
So that's what you've got, the 14 to 22-year-olds.
Yes.
And what are your goals for these kids? What are you trying to teach them?
You know, when I meet a family when they first come in, I tell them that our goal is to transfer all of the knowledge and expertise that they have on their kids to their child, so their child can be their own advocate. So building up their confidence and their independence so that they enter the adult world like gangbusters. So.
And how do you do that? I mean, kind of like, what are your philosophies for, what is your major philosophy for working with these amazing young adults?
So for me, I think it's that I don't use no. You're capable of pretty much whatever you want to put your mind to.
You don't let anybody say I can't.
And we will push you to the edge. We will push you to the edge, and we don't mind that you don't like that sometimes.
In terms of how we teach it, so we do the academic piece, you know, and that's what we want everybody to get home when they graduate. But the things that we teach that you wouldn't get in a typical school setting is we teach self-awareness. So we teach the kids what they're good at and what they're not good at, what they like and what they don't like. And then we teach.
And it's all okay.
Everything's okay. You are you.
Yeah.
And then self-awareness, which is or self-regulation, which is knowing what you need to calm down, knowing what you need to come back up, just being in control, and then self-advocacy, which is being able to express all those things.
And I know he's gonna know
articulately and also
like name your
so we teach those skills to those students, and what you see is our kids developing a lot of confidence, and that's what they need, and resilience when they get into that adult world, because it's hard.
Yeah, and it's so obvious. I mean, you've been hearing Lucas and Logan on there, and well, you know what's so funny is you have how many students?
We'll have 78 starting in August.
And is that 78 just in the high school? And
so
then
that's 78. Our youngest student is 12, and our oldest just turned 21.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So yeah, time is running out.
But they're all, pretty much adolescent, going through puberty.
You're getting them
in
at
high
the really
school.
fun age.
Oh, it's so much fun though.
They definitely crack you up every single day, which makes going to work really fun.
Oh my gosh. Never ever a dull moment.
Oh no, and you know what's so funny is that you bring up a name of any one of those 78 students, and the reaction is always the same. Everybody that works there and knows them, there is this smile and this shaking of the head, like, oh my God, what a cool kid.
Yes.
What a cool kid. And I think what is so amazing about that is you see the coolness in them. You get them. I mean, they are your people.
And we have 25 employees and we have all the same way. We have an amazing staff.
Our team is probably one of the best teams in the Cincinnati area.
That is the best team.
Well, I'll tell you, if Jacob was not in the school with you guys, he wouldn't be in school at all. And he
I remember.
loves, I mean,
He gave us a run for the money when he first showed up.
well, you know what? You told him that he could only cross the street in the crosswalk.
How dare you? How
When he
dare
won't cross
you?
the street,
We had several crosswalks.
well, that's true, but don't make him try to cross the street without. Everywhere we go, it's a crosswalk, or we're not going.
But I'm teaching safety skills, Jen. It's a thing that matters.
He can't go anywhere now. He can't move.
He makes recommendations for how our roads should be labeled and how he drives, and one of those recommendations is up. It's under the stop sign. So remember the stop sign? Turn left for Madison, turn right for Duck Creek, and that didn't used to be there. It's there.
It's there now. Look at that. I do have a little civil engineer.
You do.
Absolutely.
So what is your hope? I mean, you've got them till they're 22, right? Mm-hmm. And then what is the big need? What in your mind is the biggest need? What do we need to be concerned about? What do we need to do? What's going to happen if we don't do it? That's a lot of questions all lined up. And I know, there's so much, but
We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our program was started because kids were graduating from a K-8 program called Linden Grove, and they had nowhere to go, and they were going back to environments that weren't
Supportive.
conducive.
right. So our program became, it came into existence because of that need, and I feel this urge and need for us to race ahead of these kids and get adult services ready, because it's not ready right now.
And people don't understand how many of them there
There's
are.
a wave of individuals, and no one provider is going to be able to support
Never.
all of those kids. So that's what I feel like our focus should be, is really making sure that these kids have the opportunity, because it's frustrating when we're preparing these kids for a life of independence, but there are not supports and services out there to make that dream a reality, and it can be for every single one of them. So yeah, I mean, our goal for our kids, I don't care if you're nonverbal, I don't care if you talk too much. Our goal for every single one of those kids is to be as independent as possible, because that's what we want for ourselves. So why is that not the goal we should have for anybody?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think eventually someday all of us will be living in a community surrounded by other families. Because there are people.
Yes.
We love them.
Absolutely.
And so thank you for everything that you do.
It is our pleasure, believe me.
We love it.
Jacob is. What's the biggest change you've seen in my kids?
I would say his ability to adapt to new situations.
Flexibility.
Yes, that has been huge for him. So when I got him, he was coming to school half a day.
She used to be his teacher.
Yes, I used to be his teacher. He would come to school half a day, and then he would leave at the end of the day. And we had a strict schedule that we followed. And by the end of the school year, he wasn't following that strict schedule. And then he came back for a full day and was a totally different kid. It's really awesome to see our kids grow and change and develop these skills that are going to be so crucial to life after high school.
And Amanda, you've known my stinker since he was, 3?
I was gonna say, yeah. I've known him for a minute.
A minute or two.
So, he's always had that light in his eye, He's always had that little mischievous.
There's a spark in there, isn't there? Mm-hmm.
Yes,
The wheels
absolutely.
are always turning in Jacob's head.
He's watching
Well, look who his mom is.
Right.
Poor kid didn't stand a chance, did he?
He still gets forced by his mom, by the way. Hey, Jacob, does your mom remind you of Wonder Woman? Does she remind you of Wonder Woman? And he's like, yes.
So the thing that I've noticed over the years with Jacob, not just since he was 3, but is probably his comfort level with interacting with anyone. So it used to be, it had to be his people, and he's very comfortable with his people, and now he every day becomes more and more comfortable, and we get a lot of visitors, and we have a lot of people coming, and he is now standing up and going towards them and introducing himself, whereas before he would have just waited for them to please leave.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Well, keep up the Special Olympics, keep up the field trips, make sure you get the bus schedule under control, because he's very concerned about that, and I hope you have enough picnic tables for everybody in
working
August
on it. We're working
because
on
he
it.
says you need 4 more. Have you gotten 4 more picnic tables?
Well, I will get a letter from him that will list the specific items and the number of items that I need to order before August.
Yes.
It's amazing.
He does it. He does it every summer because he finds out how many more students they're gonna have next year from last year. So he's like, "You're gonna need this many more desks.
Right.
You're gonna need
No-
this many
no
more
more.
tables in the lunchroom."
No
I bought
less.
one of those, yeah, and it's perfect handwriting.
Yeah.
And then crosswalks, you can't go across the street anymore.
I'm just ruining. I ruin fun.
No fun at all.
Rules.
Miss W. Well, thank you guys for everything that you do.
Well,
So
thanks
cool.
for doing this. This is awesome.
This
You
has
know
been
I
an
love you.
awesome day.
Yeah,
Me
it's
too.
been a ton of fun. So listen, we are running out of time a little bit for your request because I'm only here till 7, and then
We got an hour and 40. That's plenty of time. What are you talking about?
Well, I
That's
mean,
still
we
plenty
need
of
more
party.
songs.
You're fanning yourself. Can we get
I'm
some
so
ventilation in
flippin'
here?
hot. It is hot in
well,
here.
you got 14
And you know
layers
me
on
and
too.
my hot flashes. I got a hat on with my sweaty head.
She has
That's
8
all right.
layers on too, mind you.
Well, you
8
know.
layers.
I'm gonna continue to run the party over here.
All right, yeah, get us something good over there.
25 bucks a song. 100 will get you to the
No.
front if you want to do more.
Really,
We
that's
have-
what you're gonna play next?
Yes. Now you're just not looking up. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Dixon from
Yep.
Highland Heights, Kentucky. Thank you
Look
so
at
much
it.
for adding to the party. Give Independence Day, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.